we are back. We're hanging out, sitting down and having some conversation with a few more fighters. Calvin Kattar, nice enough to stop by. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having me on.
First and foremost, I know you just went through the list. I love to always talk about my sponsors as well. You're looking at Oddsock Official.
I am.
Now, there's too many that you're not going to probably be able to go through the whole list while we're talking.
Yep.
But has anything popped out for you yet?
I think the ones that are popping out right now are mostly the food ones, the snacks ones. And I think I don't know if it's just because I'm hungry though, but they all look really good.
Well, yeah, and the first thing you said when you sat down was the donuts with a piece of chicken between
I mean, look at them. You don't see that too often. I try not to because I'll end up eating them back home.
Well, and that's what I was going to talk about. How badly do you watch what you eat? Whether you're fighting in a month or you're fighting in 6 months.
I mean, I generally like to eat pretty healthy, because the feeling after the food you eat, it lasts longer than the taste. That's what
Grab the other headset.
That's what I'm trying to say is, my man Rob.
Grab the other headset.
I see. That's what we're talking about. I was just saying the same shit.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit bigger than a chicken
donut
nugget
sandwich.
but it's 2 donuts. Go ahead, just put it down for a second. Go get the other headset.
Yeah, dude.
And then we'll get Rob on as well.
That looks pretty good though, right? I mean, maybe a little splash of syrup over it or something to bring in the chicken. I mean, I don't know.
And again, as long as you're not fighting, anytime soon.
And then it's really about the timing. Like if you're gonna eat like shit, do it before a session, work it off, and then kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I learned that from my boy Rob. He's like,
we're setting up the other headset. Rob was on, I would say, about 2 months ago. And the first thing I talked to him about, and I'm curious, is the tunnel still under construction?
It actually was under construction, on the way to the airport. But I think it was not having to do with the big construction originally.
I was stationed in Boston in, I don't want to say how long ago, but a long, long time ago, before either one of you guys were born, and construction had already been going on for like 10 years.
Oh, you're talking about the bridge? Tunnel? Yeah. It's always work.
What's it like walking around, the expo?
It's great. It's like a condensed version of just a lot of the UFC fans that come out here showing support. So it's pretty overwhelming, and it's a great experience. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the energy in here is intense. Like you can feel it. Like it's a big fight week, big fight card, and then just feeling all the support from all the fans, and it's just huge, man. It's a big blessing.
You two youngsters have to understand. And I just got through telling you, I'm from UFC 1. UFC 11, Mark Coleman was the first one I covered. The after party was in a ballroom. It had Tank Abbott, I think one other fighter, a drunk media person, 2 fans, and like a plate of cheese sticks.
No green room?
No donuts? They didn't have the donuts?
No, so it's just how far it's come.
It's huge.
And back in the day, we would talk about what's it going to take? What's it going to take for fans, to jump on this sport? What do you think it was, the biggest thing that has made this sport mainstream?
I mean, definitely the
Forrest Griffin,
fight,
100%.
That was big. And then Dana just
relentlessly
grinding over the years. Yeah, especially even through the pandemic. You see it even in its later years. He's still stepping on the gas, pushing the UFC on people and just exposing it to, just not taking no for an answer. And I think it's huge having someone like Dana behind the helm.
I appreciate you saying it that way and not the way Dana White would have said it, because FCC might not have liked that. But
how would he have said it?
Well, I can't say it. I'm not paying $100,000. That's not going to happen. How did you guys get involved in it? You're youngsters, and then you decide what?
So
he's got the coolest.
Yeah, I was actually I want to say 24. I was 24 years old. I was delivering pizzas in Tampa, Florida, and I pulled into a garage. They're doing jiu-jitsu, and at this time, I dabbled a little bit in boxing. Watched a lot of boxing growing up, but I didn't really watch the UFC or even MMA. And then they kind of broke down what they were doing as far as jiu-jitsu. I believe it was the BJ Penn versus Troy St. Pierre fight they were getting ready to watch. They told me, check out the pay-per-view, check out the fights, and then I did. I looked up, local schools, and maybe that next 2-3 days I checked out the gym, and I was hooked from there.
Now, I know you don't remember, and I wouldn't expect you to remember, but the reason I remember that story is my co-host owns a pizzeria in St. Pete, and we talked about it. He invented the pizza diet.
Let's go.
Wow.
The pizza diet.
The pizza
Does it work?
diet.
Diet. The pizza diet. He developed a pizza diet where you will lose weight,
Okay.
and
Let's
he talked to you about it.
Let's
Now,
go.
like I said, he also rode a 10-speed bicycle from Tampa, Florida to New York City.
Wow.
Jesus.
So I don't care what you eat.
Yeah, well, you're driving that.
Right?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
You're definitely going to drive. What do you guys collect? Anything? Memorabilia,
I
cards.
just collect heads. No, I just don't.
You were the one that said you collect souls.
I collect soda.
I think you said that.
I'm trying to collect more money, but that's about it.
And I probably should, man. I need to get a new hobby, man. I probably should start collecting something.
Have you seen the Panini cards?
Yeah.
Have you seen your card, and do you like them?
It's huge. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
pretty
huge. It's
cool.
kind of.
Have you ever played Pack Wars?
No, what's
No.
this?
Okay, I played Pack Wars. Now I've collected cards. I played Pack Wars for the very first time with Cub Swanson 5 minutes ago.
Let's go.
So if you want to do it, we'll do it
yeah,
again.
definitely.
All
All right. So what we do is
Something else to get competitive.
Exactly,
Come through.
exactly.
Shout it out.
all right. So everybody gets a pack. Now, depending on how competitive you are, we need to set some ground rules.
Very
So
competitive.
cool.
Okay, so before you open them,
Yeah.
are we going to start from the card that's on the top or the card that's on the back? Because I've seen fist fights. Not that I'm involved in a fist fight.
All right, so I don't know what's
What's your
the flow?
strategy? What do you
No, I
want?
don't. We don't know. We don't know what's in it.
I guess you should start from the top, right?
All right, so we're going to
That's-
start from what this is. Now,
Yeah.
again, before you open it, you set the criteria, Rob. Now, it can be closest to Las Vegas. It could be the heaviest fighter. It could be the biggest name, the biggest legend. You pick the category.
So
on
for the first
one.
card.
For the first card.
With the most submissions.
Most submissions.
I don't know if it's on here, but we'll be able to figure that out.
All right.
If it's somebody like Tank Abbott, I'm pretty sure that
No peeking at your second card.
So do you just put?
just
Oh,
put
you-
out,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and it's got to be the top one.
Definitely don't cut the most submissions to this one, but well, you said knockouts maybe.
It
Let's
was
go.
funny that Cubs said, the biggest name or the best career, and then I got a Chuck Liddell.
Wow.
I'm like, it don't matter. Now,
We
so
got-
let me ask you this one, because I had Kamaru Usman and Cub had Stipe. Which would you go with?
What was the category again?
The best career, the best.
Usman, Stipe.
Yeah,
Tough when they're not done.
exactly.
it's tough,
No,
yeah.
I
Because
just,
obviously Usman, the belt, but then Stipe won the belt in Brazil on a crazy knockout like it. So
backing up.
yeah, backing up, yeah. It's a
And
tough one.
All right, so we're going submissions on the first one. Well,
I mean,
I got this one. Who do you got?
I got Glover.
yeah, Rob,
Oh.
you got that.
All right, so you're up one.
Let's
All right,
go.
so turn them over. Just throw them all in the middle. All right, you pick the next category.
Oh man, so look.
Oh,
now.
you already looked at it.
I'm gonna go with female comeback fighter.
Put that one on the bottom since you
I
already
got
looked.
Rose.
I got a dude, so well, it's today's world.
Who do you got?
Who do you got?
I'm gonna mess his name up. Lee Jing
All right,
Wong.
well, you pick the category, and I'm not going to.
I didn't look at
you
the
already
card
did.
yet.
No, you
Oh,
already
yeah,
did it.
okay.
You win
Yeah,
the
right.
throws.
All right.
That's fine. All right, the next one will say comes from the furthest from Las Vegas.
Comes from the first
You know,
from
his
Las Vegas.
hometown or whatever. Wow, I think it's one of your guys. I think this one's East Coast.
Let's go. I got Usman. He's what, from Florida?
Well, technically, he's from Nigeria.
Oh yeah, damn, even better.
All right, so I'm going to give you the win.
Nah, man, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
He's a fan. He's from Hawaii, but
Well, that's right there.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you would have been close. All
I
right,
mean, if he was, it's what it is.
category.
All right, category.
You pick the category. It is what it is.
Oh man.
So I'll tell you a quick food story. You know why Rob's thinking. So the UFC's in Boston. I was stationed in Boston. I love Boston. I met my wife in Boston. We went to a great pizzeria in the Italian section, right? We eat like 2 large pizzas with Dr. Davidson, the UFC doctor, and a couple of the judges. We walk out. Now we're all full, right? We just had these massive pizzas. And they had one of those vendors that has the grill with the sausages.
Yep.
And I turned to Dr. D, and Dr. D turned to me, and I go, yep.
Let's do it.
And we ate more.
Let's do it.
Got it.
Yeah, I have to.
All right, let's go. Talking about foods. Go heaviest fighter.
All right, heaviest
Let's
fighter.
go.
Damn, 55. What's he got?
Let's see.
I want to say he might be a 55 too.
I'm Paul Craig.
We all got 55%.
All right. So last category of this pack. I mean,
shit.
I got enough we can play for a while. It's up to you guys. But last category.
Last category.
Now you already used Rose, so you won with Rose.
I know, and I just peeked in my car, but I forget who it was. I'm trying to think of a category, I forget. This is gonna be a thought. I might just forget what I saw because I can't remember. I'm gonna go with something. What can we do? What are we gonna do? I don't know.
All right, let's get you want to get maybe
Need some
possibly
help.
in trouble?
Yes.
All right, the ugliest person.
The ugliest person. Oh,
See?
all right. The ugliest person it is.
I think I won, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, this guy. I got Bilal Muhammad. That beard looking smooth, so he's good.
Brad Riddle.
Brad Riddle, man, you got the
I think I'm good, man. I think I won that one.
I think you dominated. What's a typical day, a typical week? Not fight week, none of that stuff. Just, you still want to go to the gym, you still want to train, but you don't have a fight for 6 months.
Yeah, then we're usually getting some good training. We're always pretty much training consistently year round like we got to fight because the UFC comes, they come knocking when you least expect it. But aside from that, we'll sneak in some golf if we can, if we're not too tight into a fight, and definitely a whole lot of good restaurants.
So golf as well. So pizza, golf. I'm trying to get. I mentioned this to you about coming down to Tampa, but one of the top. Well, he's not an amateur. He pays for $10,000. He plays for $10,000 a hole.
That's cool.
But you need to come down and just play some golf.
Some
with
pizza.
Steve Monroe. Hang out at the pizzeria. So what would it take? What do we need to do to get you guys to come down to Tampa St. Pete?
All right, it's easy. I'm good. My sister lives out there right now. I'll be ready to go anytime.
Tell
So.
me about it. I'm ready.
Well,
I never need an excuse to get to the warm weather, man. From New England, you appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. How about fishing? You guys fishermen?
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't say a fisherman, but I've dabbled.
We can.
I've thrown it out.
We can fish the lakes at Walt Disney World.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
We can go bow fishing. Have you ever bow fished?
Nah.
And you catch
That
stingrays.
looks awesome.
No, it's kind of cool.
Wild fishing out there. No, I'd be down. Yeah, that stuff's right up my alley. I love that.
What are you guys doing before I let you go? I'm getting dirty looks already. Like time to go. At the expo, I know you're doing some meet and greets and some signings. What else? Anything?
In Vegas or at the expo? Vegas. We're over at the Resorts World right now, so it's a new casino. They just had their year anniversary yesterday, I believe, or this weekend, and pretty cool. Just seeing that area and then this part of the strip, but nothing too crazy, man. The fun all starts after the fights tonight, I think. When the whole town lets loose.
That's where we're going partying.
Of course, it's even worse when there's a Conor fight. Have you been here for a Conor fight?
I have. I was here for the Conor Aldo fight, man, and it was wild. They were on top of the slot machines,
on top of the taxis. So I typically red eye at home, and I was nervous about being able to get a cab.
Yeah.
And they were jumping on the cabs at the front. So I jumped in the last cab. I go, do you want to, get taken over by the Irish? We need to go. And I got to the airport and all that kind of stuff. Who do you guys like this weekend?
Man, there's a lot of great fights. A lot of these underdogs, man, looking, a lot of them are favorites in most cards, man.
Right.
A great card. I think I really don't got many picks, man, but we're all in for a good one, man.
I don't pick fights, just so you know.
Yeah, top to bottom, man.
Pick
There's great fights.
So Kenny Florian gave me crap back in the day. He's like, why don't
pick it against him?
What? No, not picking against him. It's like you don't pick, and it's one thing, when you're media and you don't know, but when you know, like when Matt Serra fought Matt Hughes.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if I would have picked a winner, the loser would have kicked my ass.
Yeah.
Because we're friends.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I would have expected it.
Yeah.
It's tough because you obviously you get asked who you think, and then you got to sit in the hotel with this guy you just picked against. It's like, sorry, man. Like, I just think you're slow.
I just think you're slow.
I was with a friend of mine who made a wager, and I don't like to bet. I don't like to lose money. I don't anything. So I made this bet, and I was betting on Tim Sylvia to win. He was fighting Andrei Arlovski, who still fights in the UFC.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
Have you thought about something? The guy's been around
it's crazy.
a while.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to bet. I didn't know that you're supposed to read the ticket to make sure that they gave me Andrei Arlovski. So he won. And I told Tim Sylvia, I threw it away. I'm not going to cash that ticket, right? It's just that, you know what Tim Sylvia, my good friend, said to me? give me the ticket. I'll cash it.
I'm going to Sylvia. Shout out to
Very
me.
good stuff. All right, I'm getting the evil eye, so I'll let you guys go. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong.
Let's go.
For sitting down. We're going to send you a care package from Oddsock Official.
Boom,
I know
boom.
it's been picked over, but you're welcome to one of those 3.
Let's
If
go.
you went to the website, let me know what you want.
Yes, sir.
Go to oddsockofficial.com. Tell me which ones you want. I'll
Will
go to the
do.
store and pick it up next
Will
week.
do.
As well as we picked up a new sponsor. It's called Right on Trek. This food is for basically hikers, campers, where you need the pots and pans.
Yeah.
I eat it at home. That's how good this stuff is.
Wow.
It's really good, so I'll hook you guys up with that
Yeah,
as
I
well.
appreciate it.
Thank you for your
man.
time.
Appreciate you.
Enjoy the week.
Yeah, man. Thank you
Let's
so
get
much.
Tampa set up.
Let's
get
go.
you
Oh,
out.
man. Pizza
Say less.
fishing.
All right, we'll be right back.
Thank you.